I think I can make the case now that like any HBO Max movie they release, I'd rather watch than any Netflix original movie. Caddo Lake stars Dylan O'Brien and Eliza Scanlen, and is about when an 8-year-old girl disappears on Caddo Lake. A series of paths, deaths, and disappearance begin to link together. This movie came out of nowhere. I think the trailer released like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I watched like maybe 15 seconds of it. I was like, okay, it's a streaming movie. I might watch it. And then this past week, there was social media reactions. People released their reviews, which I have not watched yet, and I was like, okay, so a lot of people are talking about this movie. Let me give it a shot. So this movie is produced by M. Night Shyamalan, and the directors of this movie is Logan George and Celine Held. These directors apparently worked on Servant, which is an Apple TV show that my mom really likes, a show that M. Night Shyamalan also produced. So it's got the M. Night writings into this movie, and there's a lot about this movie. In a very good conversation. This movie came out of nowhere and basically blew me away in certain aspects. If you have HBO Max, if you like mystery, thriller types, you need to watch this right away, because I'm going to be very brief with this movie review. I'm going to try at least, because the what I read from IMDb story-wise, that's all I want to tell you. That's seriously all I want to tell you. So let's begin with the positives. First thing first, amazing cinematography. This movie absolutely looks gorgeous. I think all of the shots with the lakes, the woods, and just Caddo Lake itself felt like a character in many ways. And the movie delivers amazing performances when you have Eliza Scanlen, which I've recognized in a few movies, but this movie, she really stood up and was like, hey, I'm someone to notice. Dylan O'Brien is great. I've already known that, but this movie continues to prove he's a great, underrated leading man in Hollywood. And these two actors are spectacular in this movie. What they get to do with their characters and the development throughout the entire story that we're watching, it's really interesting, and these actors do not disappoint. I think the directors of this movie really handled a story with a lot of stuff in this movie that can feel very confusing, which we'll get to, that in the end always kept me intrigued. I was never bored in this movie. It does start off a little slow, but it's building the world. It's building the characters, the situation. And then right when that little girl disappears, from that point onward, it gets interesting, it's mysterious, and then it gets really interesting. And I don't want to say anything. I don't want to compare it to any other movie. I could easily. There's one movie in mind, but I'm not going to, because I literally don't want you guys to know anything about this movie besides girl goes missing in Caddo Lake. That's all I'm going to tell you. And the movie delivers a mysterious thriller that kept me intrigued. And I will say this, when it comes to my negatives, it's not really bad negatives. It's honestly first viewing negative. So much in this movie, you have to focus. I'm not kidding you. You need to pay attention to character names, situation, dates. It's very important for this movie. And at the very end, I can't lie, after first viewing, there's a lot of questions, and I'm a little jarred, if you could say. There's a lot of stuff. I'm like, okay, this, and I don't even want to give you anything. Like, I don't want to say anything. Just know, if you're gonna watch this movie, you need to pay attention. You can't be on your phone. You can't be doing anything else. You're gonna watch this movie for what it is, and I think you're gonna have a good time with it. I think it is so daring. It's fun mystery, while also just defying expectations. There's moments I did not expect. There's a few moments I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh. So again, it's got the M. Night Shyamalan stuff in this movie. The directors deserve a lot of respect. They also wrote this movie. I bet this was really hard to film sometimes, to like let the actors know, like, hey, you're in this mind space, you're in this time space, like you need to know. And in the end, this is a very unique movie, but it's a movie on first viewing, a little jarring, that I want to rewatch. I want to see it again to notice things early on. So give it a chance. It's on HBO Max right now. I'm gonna give Caddo Lake an A minus. So in all honesty, like I really don't have any negatives. I mean, yeah, it starts off a little slow, but you need to build the characters. But my negatives is just because of first viewing, I'm just so jarred that like I want to go back and be like, okay, this is this now. I know this. Let's see it from beginning. So I definitely would like to watch it again. I want to show my mom and dad for sure, and probably watch it again with them. And with that said, just quick reminder for everybody: this weekend there's like 5 new releases. I'm going to try to review all of them, but I have school to do. I have a short film that I'm currently filming all month, and I just want to live life a little bit, So bear with me. I will get to the reviews, I promise. And I got to do Halloween reviews. I got a couple more I got to pre-record. So just take a deep breath. Don't rush me. Just know that, okay? We're good? Cool. It's just a movie. Don't worry. And you guys enjoy this movie review. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.